Hello, everyone. My name is Anthony Raimondo. I'm a biochem major, and I am a freshman here at Wayne State. I'm giving a presentation on the physical therapy discourse community and how to be a successful physical therapist. All right. So before I get started, I want to talk about the process of physical therapy. So what you do is you either end up hurting yourself, traumatic incident, or you're an elderly person want to work on yourself, or even you're just a regular old person want to work on your athletic ability, you can go to physical therapy. You start with your initial evaluation, you talk to your physical therapist. Physical therapist would write up a list of workouts and stretches that evolves throughout time. So you do that, and then I have a picture here of stimming, which is a process where electricity goes through your body and it pulses into your body, and basically just helps with tenseness and blood flow. All right, and then once you do all your workouts and stimming, you'll move on to a reevaluation where you'll talk with your physical therapist. I have a picture of them measuring uh, the angle of motion of that person's knee. And basically, you talk with them, you'd say, okay, do I need more physical therapy or do I want to stop? And if you want to stop, you'll be discharged. Now, the reason I created a complete circle and never ending circle, kind of, is that usually most people, if they're coming, unless it's for just a single traumatic incident, they would go through and then they'd come again and again until they're at a place uh, where they are basically just okay with themselves and happy about it. All right. So my research question slash purpose is, what does it take to become a highly valued and successful individual in the physical therapy discourse community? Um, so I'm going to be listing it in three different ways because I decided to organize it using three different ways. First, how to be a better physical therapist. What a physical therapist does mainly is guides the patient throughout their physical therapy, catering their workout routine to what the physical therapist thinks the patient needs and what the patient came to improve in, whether it's muscle mass, carrying capacity, stretch, elasticity, just balance, whatever they come for. Now, let me move myself out of the way here. So I have four things that a physical therapist could do to become a better physical therapist. One of them is increase morale and people skills because most of the job is talking to patients, talking with them, understanding them, and making them feel that you care. All right. And then another one is adaptability to injuries slash patient types because you need to be a well-rounded physical therapist. Although I know physical therapists sometimes specialize into things like hands, knees, legs, whatever, um, you want to try and be well-rounded. And then number three is promoting one-on-one patient care whenever possible. Basically, although most clinics you can't do that because you're gonna have multiple patients under your watch during a certain time period, you want to try and give them as much one-on-one contact as you can because not only do they enjoy that, but it'll give them better care in general. All right. Now, last but definitely not least, continue educating yourself on topics of relevance such as dry needling procedures, stretches and workouts, etc. Now, the physical therapy industry is ever evolving, and what a physical therapy knows, what physical therapy stands for, is ever changing because as the market gets flooded with more physical therapists, to be successful, you have to be as all knowing as humanly possible, either going to school, going to workshops, or just doing your own general research through in clinic or whatever you want, honestly. But these are four things that I think you need to do to become a better therapist. My second main point is how to become a clinic director. A clinic director basically oversees the functions and processes and staff of the clinic itself. They may not own the clinic, they may own shares in the clinic, but basically you are the boss. You are the manager of everyone there and you hire and fire. Now, fourth things that I think you should do to become a better clinic director is first, to become a clinic director, you have to be the best physical therapist you can be because all clinic directors are physical therapists. So if you're able to prove that you're a good physical therapist, that's helpful when being trying to get that promotion, become a clinic director. Second is leadership skills. Not only does that apply to hiring staff, but just basically being a good boss. You want to be a good boss, you have to have good leadership skills. Third is marketing skills / tactics. You want to focus on having a lot of patients in your clinic moving in and out, because as patients stay there longer, the insurance pays the clinic less. So you want to have a nice revolving door of patients. And then focusing on revenue. Your performance as a clinic director will be based on your revenue, your clinic revenue. So trying to focus on getting those high as possible would be your main goal. All right. My third main point on how to be better uh, physical therapist discourse community member is starting your own clinic. Now, I'd say in the hierarchy, it goes physical therapist, clinic director, then starting your own clinic. Although you will still have the same role as a clinic director, you will be in more of the business side of it. But basically, what I have to say about that is you want to have profit-based thinking, just like a clinic director has, wanting to maximize the profit and revenue of their um, establishment. Second, you want to acquire adequate funding for clinic opening costs, because the cost of opening a clinic is very expensive, and your startup costs is usually the main hump that an individual needs to get over to own their own clinic. Three is tastefully hiring of staff, which basically the physical therapists that you hire at your clinic not only have to be in line with what you think you need, but what the patients need. And not only would you have to hire the physical therapist, but you may have to hire physical therapy techs, front desk people, and if you're not with a large company, you may need to hire a billing department. Just countless things you need to do. Number three is a very important point. Number four is marketing skills. Not only I think this could apply to being a clinic director of a physical therapy institute, but um, as a business manager, you want to have good marketing skills to get your company out there, make people want to come, and then you'll go right back to number one, profit-based thinking. If you have good marketing skills, you will help greatly with your profit-based thinking. All right. So this is my research in progress, how everything connects. Basically, as I explained the hierarchy, you're in the physical therapy discourse community, you can become all these different things. First, you're a physical therapist usually, then you want to go on to clinic directing, and then you may even want to open your own clinic. Uh, and I think overall, what my research had to say about this is that being patient care forward and focusing on the patient's well-being as individuals will help you in all aspects of the physical therapy discourse community. Second, I think education itself, having the higher education. Most physical therapists are PhD individuals, because usually they have the DPT, which is a degree of physical therapy, which is a PhD degree, uh, to be a physical therapist and then be successful in your physical therapy discourse community. Um, so education, patient care, patient contact, and then an overall drive to succeed and become a higher ranking individual in your clinic and in your company, or if you're starting your own company / physical therapy clinic. So that is what my overall synthesis of information is from my research. Um, so yeah. And then to conclude, I want to talk about how um, my main points of being a good physical therapist, being a good clinic director, and then starting your own clinic itself, how presentation as the one I'm giving right now would be useful in the real world. I mean, this literature review. Now, where I would release this would be at some sort of like workshop or world meeting or conference, such as like a panel of individuals who would talk about different topics. And I would hope that my class / seminar would be called something like um, how to be a better physical therapist and how to continue a longer career path to greater and better things. All right. Thank you guys for listening. This is my works cited. And yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope you like my minions.